Garbo captivated audiences not just through her films, but also with her personal life, which was as intriguing as her roles. Tales of her romantic escapades circulated widely, painting her as a woman who lived life on her own terms. She was rumored to have had relationships with some of the most powerful and influential figures of her time, including actors, directors, and even royalty. This free-spirited approach to love and intimacy defied the conventions of her era, allowing her to forge connections based on desire rather than societal expectations. Her relationships were often shrouded in mystery, adding to the allure that surrounded her. Friends and lovers alike spoke of her magnetic charm, making it clear that she was a force of nature both on and off the screen. This duality of public persona and private life only deepened the fascination with her character, leading many to wonder about the true nature of her heart and the passions that drove her. Garbo was a social trendsetter and a free-minded thinker who loved having sexual relationships with people regardless of gender, setting her apart from many of her contemporaries. Despite her desire for privacy, rumors of her affairs with both men and women circulated widely throughout Hollywood. Her refusal to conform to the strict societal norms of her time, particularly regarding her sexuality, added to her allure. Hollywood in the early 20th century was filled with secrets, and while many stars led closeted lives, Garbo's rumored relationships included co-stars, directors, and various public figures. This ability to maintain a fiercely private image, despite the whispers surrounding her love life, showcased the control she had over her own narrative. Tales of her romantic connections, which spanned the glamorous and the influential, further cemented her status as a cultural icon who transcended traditional gender and sexual boundaries. Her life became a canvas of intrigue, reflecting both her personal desires and the changing attitudes of her time. Robert Gottlieb's 2021 book Garbo delves into the intricate life of the iconic actress, placing a significant emphasis on her complex love life. The biography reveals the many romantic relationships Garbo engaged in, both those that were rumored and those that were confirmed, spanning across Hollywood and beyond. Gottlieb examines how Garbo, despite her immense fame, embraced a level of sexual freedom that was quite rare for women of her era. This exploration provides an intimate view of her choices in relationships, portraying her as a sexual being who was unafraid of the societal repercussions that often accompanied such decisions. Garbo's relationships, which often stirred controversy, were always navigated on her own terms. The book highlights her multifaceted personality. She was reserved and fiercely independent, yet deeply connected to those she chose to be with, whether romantically or platonically. Her choice to maintain a private life only added to her allure, even as whispers of her liaisons circulated throughout Hollywood. Gottlieb's portrayal captures the essence of Garbo as a woman who lived authentically, challenging the norms of her time while crafting a legacy that continues to fascinate. Garbo's relationship with Gilbert Roland was brief yet revealing of her unique perspective on love and intimacy. Their story, as recounted in Robert Gottlieb's book, highlights a moment that was both passionate and fleeting. Just before Roland left to serve in World War II, he and Garbo shared a one-night stand. Roland felt a thrill about going off to fight for his country, while Garbo marked this occasion in her own distinctive way by spending that night with him. This encounter was not just a physical connection, it was an expression of the intense emotions Garbo could experience in the moment. After their night together, Garbo gave Roland a pair of her underwear as a keepsake, symbolizing the intimate bond they had formed. However, the relationship ended as quickly as it began. When Roland returned from the war, he hoped to reconnect with Garbo, but she refused to take his calls. This action emphasized her approach to relationships, which were characterized by a lack of attachment. Garbo seemed to move through her romantic encounters with a sense of detachment, enjoying the passion while it lasted, but showing no interest in revisiting what had transpired. This incident illustrates Garbo's attitude toward love. It was fleeting, intense, and entirely on her own terms. She relished the moments of connection, but remained resolute in her decision to leave them behind once they were over, regardless of how deeply the other person might have felt. One of the more tantalizing rumors of Garbo's romantic life was her alleged affair with Josephine Baker, the sensational performer known for captivating both men and women with her talents and her sexuality. As the story goes, the two iconic women shared a passionate encounter in Paris, possibly even at the base of the Eiffel Tower. While this affair has never been confirmed, the fact that both women were open about their attractions to both sexes has fueled speculation. Garbo's film Ninotchka included a romance that took place at the foot of the Parisian monument, leading some to wonder whether art imitated life in this instance, or if the rumor mill simply borrowed from the plot of the film. Baker, known for her seductive performances and her boundary-pushing life, would have made an intriguing partner for Garbo, who, like Baker, lived by her own rules. Whether the affair actually happened or not, it symbolizes the way both women defied societal expectations, exploring their sexuality in an era where such openness was often met with harsh judgment. Before Johnny Weissmuller became famous as the actor who played Tarzan, he was already a world-class athlete. He won 5 gold medals at the Olympics and broke 67 swimming world records during his career. His athletic prowess and chiseled physique made him an ideal candidate for Hollywood stardom. After his casting as Tarzan, he quickly became a household name. Weissmuller's autobiography, written in the late 1980s, revealed that he and Greta Garbo had a romantic affair during the 1930s. This revelation added yet another layer to Garbo's mystique, as she was known for her elusive nature. Their affair is one of the more credible relationships attributed to Garbo, as Weissmuller openly acknowledged it. In contrast, Garbo never confirmed or denied their romance, maintaining her typical silence regarding her personal life. Their relationship, though brief, exemplified Garbo's preference for passionate yet short-lived affairs, allowing her to remain in control and never tied down by long-term commitments. Perhaps one of the most unexpected names associated with Garbo is Charles Addams, the famed cartoonist and creator of the Addams Family. Addams was known for his eccentric personality and unconventional appearance, yet he was surprisingly popular with women. Despite his strange habits, including collecting mortuary equipment and painting his bathroom walls black, Addams reportedly had numerous romantic relationships with famous women, including Veronica Lake, Joan Fontaine, and Jackie Kennedy. His dalliance with Garbo stands out not only because of his unusual character, but also because he was outside the typical Hollywood circle. Garbo, known for her selective relationships, was drawn to Addams, possibly for the same eccentricity that made him an outsider in Hollywood. Their relationship, like many others in Garbo's life, was likely brief, but significant, further demonstrating Garbo's willingness to explore relationships with people far outside the mainstream. This connection between two unique individuals highlights the intriguing nature of their personalities and the worlds they inhabited. At a social gathering, Greta Garbo and actress Louise Brooks first crossed paths. Brooks felt a chill run down her spine as Garbo's intense gaze seemed to penetrate her very soul. This encounter left a deep impression on Brooks, who found herself captivated by Garbo's presence. As time went on, their lives intertwined more frequently, especially at the home of actor and director John Gilbert, who was a close friend of Garbo. His residence became a familiar backdrop for their budding friendship. Eventually, one night, Garbo and Brooks shared a significant experience that lingered in Brooks's memory for years. In later interviews, Brooks expressed her admiration for Garbo, highlighting her extraordinary acting talent. She noted Garbo's unique masculine energy, which added a powerful depth to her performances. Brooks remarked that, after witnessing Garbo's stunning portrayal in the film Torrent, she felt that no other actress could ever measure up to that level of artistry. Garbo's impact was so profound that it haunted the ambitions of her contemporaries, making them question their own work. The admiration Brooks held for Garbo's style and talent showcased the lasting impression Garbo left on those who had the privilege of knowing her, both personally and professionally. One of the most significant and enduring relationships in Greta Garbo's life was with the poet and socialite Mercedes de Acosta. The two shared a deep connection that lasted over 30 years, although they never officially defined their relationship as romantic. De Acosta was a prominent lesbian known for her long list of famous female lovers, including Marlene Dietrich and Isadora Duncan. Despite the absence of concrete evidence pointing to a romantic involvement, the bond between Garbo and de Acosta suggests a closeness that transcended mere friendship. De Acosta wrote extensively about their relationship in her memoir, yet she never mentioned any sexual aspect between them. After her death, letters exchanged between the two were found, and these also lacked any reference to romance. A topless photo of Garbo taken by de Acosta has been cited as evidence of a deeper connection, but Garbo's comfort with her own nudity complicates this interpretation. Regardless of the nature of their relationship, the emotional intimacy and lasting significance made it one of the most important connections in Garbo's life. Though Greta Garbo was intensely private, Her life was filled with stories and rumors of her sexual openness, which impacted those around her both romantically and professionally. Her influence extended beyond her films, as her enigmatic persona left an indelible mark on Hollywood and its culture. She was a woman who lived life on her own terms, refusing to bow to societal pressures regarding her sexuality, personal life, or career choices. Garbo's decision to retreat from the spotlight in the 1940s only enhanced her status as a mysterious and unattainable figure, and her legacy as one of the greatest stars of all time continues to grow even decades after her death. Her ability to maintain control over her image, despite the prying eyes of the public and the media, allowed her to carve out a space in Hollywood history that remains unrivaled. Garbo's allure and the stories surrounding her life continue to fascinate audiences, making her an enduring icon in the world of cinema and beyond. Garbo's life was a tapestry woven with threads of passion, freedom, and intrigue. She navigated the complexities of love with a boldness that was rare for her time. Her relationships were not just fleeting affairs. They were profound connections that reflected her desire for authenticity. The stories of her romances with influential figures, including fellow actors and even members of royalty, revealed a woman unafraid to pursue her heart's desires. This defiance of societal norms made her a symbol of independence, inspiring many who admired her courage. Friends described her as enchanting, with a presence that could light up a room. Her ability to forge deep emotional bonds, often hidden from the public eye, added layers to her persona, making her an enigma. Each romantic encounter contributed to the mystique surrounding her, leaving fans and historians alike to speculate about the true nature of her affections. Garbo's legacy continues to resonate, reminding us that love can transcend boundaries, and that living authentically is a powerful statement in